Yo ho ho! Yo ho!
Ho, ho,
Ho
ho!
ho ho! Merry 2 weeks before Christmas.
Happy Cyberpunk 27/7 day!
Yes, that's exactly what it is. How are you, my friend? Listen, welcome to Stadia Rocks Live, aka, the Rokk and Ray Show. Whoa! How have you been, my friend?
Man, I am extremely happy. Do you know how long we've been waiting for this day to come?
Oh, well, 6 years, 8 years or something.
It's like a prison term, and I'm like, finally. It's just
It genuinely has been, hasn't it, Ray? When did they start?
I go back 2013. And then
That's when they first started mentioning Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Seven. Wow.
Yeah.
7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Struth. Happy holidays, Crumpers.
Happy holidays.
It's all good, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I can't help it. I feel all festive. Look at us and our little Santa hats and our little Santa colored stuff and our little lights going on and everything. Oh, amazing. I know it is uber exciting because I think we're talking about, what are we talking now? 4 hours, I think. 4 hours until the big day. Unless you tweak your clock. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because some people have done that, haven't they? We've been watching them.
I've already seen. I think there's 1 million people right now watching on Twitch. It's crazy.
I love that. Cyberpunk Day doesn't start until Valhalla month has ended. Well, it's a very good point, Kunmar. I've sort of suspended my Ubisoft collection now for the coming of Cyberpunk in 4 hours and 3 hours and 50-something minutes.
I for the last 3 days, I've been really playing Immortal Phoenix Rising and Valhalla, getting as much play as I can because I'm like, as soon as it hits 4 o'clock over here on the West Coast, I'm just Cyberpunk. It's my focus.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm the same. It's I can only do one game at a time, but when I do, I'm all in. I mean, I think I've spent about, because I've just been largely playing Phoenix Rising this week, Ray, and I know you played a lot of that as well.
I played some last night.
19 or 20 hours.
Oh my God.
I've been loving it, man. I'm flying about the place. I'm in the winged horse. have you got to the winged horse here?
You know what? I actually I have Prime Gaming, and so I went and I claimed a new outfit, a new armor from my horse, a new helmet, armor. It looks really, really nice.
Wow. Yeah. It's just such a great game. And do you know what? I think we may even talk a bit more about Phoenix Rising later in the show.
Yes.
We might have a little bit more to say about that. So should we crack on? Should we get stuck in?
Let's get it cracking.
I know it's traditional to say, what have you been playing? But I was thinking about this. With you, it would be more a case of, what haven't you been playing? What haven't you been playing this week, Ray? So I thought, now maybe we'll just crack on with the show. Get stuck into it as it goes.
Yes, mate. Yes.
So we'll do that, and of course, every show starts with the latest news.
The latest news from Stadia.
Now, as it happens, the first piece of news, and I've not even queued it up because I'm so excited about Christmas, I didn't give it a moment's thought. The first piece of news is what we've already been talking about, Ray, anyway, which is, of course, the coming of Cyberpunk, which, as we said earlier, is only, 4 hours away.
Yes.
There, give or take, unless, of course, you are someone who's worked out that you can sneakily change the clock on your PC or your Xbox or your PlayStation and and play it early and ahead of time. But I don't know anybody that hasn't bought this. Do you?
Well, you know what? We did me and my friend Kevin and Brandon, we had one of our fellow Stadia guys, Cloud Gamer 201. He did not have a copy. Brandon reached out to me and Kevin, and we said, you know what? Let's put our money together and let's get him a copy. So we got him a copy. So he has a copy. We love you. I know his mom was getting through COVID, and I know he's in quarantine, so we just wish them the best. I want to make sure everybody gets to play this, but I think everybody and their mama is going to play it as soon as it hits.
Oh man, I'm not kidding. I think there'll only be one game played from 4 p.m. Pacific tonight. And everything else, anybody else that is scheduled to go live with a game today, God bless you, Governor, because I think there's going to be a spare chair at the dinner table. It's going to be your game is going to be the Tiny Tim of Christmas.
It's the perfect time for me and my friends over here because we're locked down. We're locked down for 4 weeks. So what better way to be locked down and playing some Cyberpunk? I got some hot tea over here, drinking tea and playing Cyberpunk. Yeah, I'm ready.
It's I mean, I just really, really, really hope all the reviews so far have been great, haven't they? Although they've largely been for the PC version. But of course, I mean, I've bought it on Stadia. Did you buy it on Stadia, Ray, or have you? I know it's a stupid question. I've got to ask.
I was looking at my mobile banking on my phone, and I saw that $59.99 was gone, and I was like, ooh. Whoa! And so
I know some people were complaining. I was like, yes,
I was
take my money.
So then you know what? So hey, guys, please send me my premium edition and my Chromecast. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing I was thinking, because of course, that was that was really what sealed it for me. I was even in two minds about waiting and picking it up after Christmas, but that deal on Stadia, wow! I mean, why wouldn't you? Do you know what I love? I had a friend of mine sent me a little text message earlier, and he said, "Oh, I've just got a massive patch I've got to download for Cyberpunk before I can play it." And I said, I paid less than you, and I got a free controller and a Stadia account with it. Once you don't get that kind of stuff on cloud gaming, my friend.
No. And back in the day, they used to say, certain people would say that Stadia wouldn't get it. We would have to wait, and people. I mean, there's going to be people that's going to have to wait for the patch. They're going to have to wait to download. Yeah. We don't have to. We don't have to wait.
No, we don't. It's not an issue for us. But we've been talking. I thought I took quite some time on this, Ray. Maybe 4 hours. I was thinking if we just keep talking for 4 hours and then we could play it, we could be the first.
I know.
Tyler says he can't wait to customize his tackle.
Well, I will say. I will say I did watch somebody that was trying to, he didn't know that was an option. And so when that went low, he screamed, right? He screamed. And I think he put it in reverse and made it like really, but anyway, that's a.
Well, yeah, no, because it is at the end of the day, it's an 18, it's an R, isn't it? I mean, it's been deliberately, it's been given that age range for a reason.
You can turn off the nudity. You can turn off the.
Of course you can.
I'm not.
Of course you can. No. The thing is, I'm quite famous for only ever choosing female characters in games anyway.
Okay.
And when I found out that you get to choose all your bits on the map, I thought, no, there's a really good reason I'm choosing a female character for this game.
Well, because there's things that you might have to do down below, but I'm not going to get into that.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, the down below stuff's what worries me. We haven't got long to wait. Now, something happened yesterday. Let me just make sure I've got the right link here, which has almost set the internet on fire as much as the coming of Cyberpunk, and that was live streaming arrived on Stadia, which just the excitement was palpable. Everybody getting hugely excited about it. Of course, it's a bit odd for us because we've been doing it for a while, live streaming. And so, I couldn't get as excited as a lot of people, but so many people that have always wanted to have a little go and see how it feels to be a streamer, see if it's something
Yeah.
they want to do
Yeah.
as a more full-time thing. But it's got to be good news, isn't it?
I think it's excellent news because now there's no excuse, people. You don't have to download software. You don't have to do it's all set up for you. And it's actually really easy to get into. I actually tested it out myself. I did a couple of games and the settings is quite easy.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, though, I think that, it's new. I think there's a lot of other things that they need to add to it. But right now, if you want to just boom, click it and jump on, yeah, you can do that. That's great.
Well, you know what? I think we may even just cover it off a little bit more detail in a little while, because I think there's a number of things that are worth talking about on that one.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's amazing. I think most people are going to be super duper excited about that, as they should be. Now we haven't got masses of news. There's been so much going on, but another massive fillip, as they say, for Stadia.
Yeah.
It has expanded out, and I believe it is there now to 8 countries: Austria, Czechia, Hungary, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Slovakia, and Switzerland. So a lot of the Eastern European countries, in fact, roughly the area where my family comes from, which we were talking about, ironically, just before the show, Ray, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
So that's great news. I mean, instantly another massive amount of new stadiums coming on board.
And you know why that's so great? Because in some of those countries, to get an Xbox, to get a PlayStation, it's either hard to get or very expensive to get. So to just be able to just get on a browser and just play, you got platforms, you got free games, you've got everything that we have cherished and played for almost a year. So I'm so happy for those 8 countries to get it.
No, absolutely. I'm really excited to look forward to seeing the content, because they've come along at the same time as the ability to stream. So, we're going to see, what I'm really looking forward to is this explosion of different languages, the content streaming in different languages. The one thing that surprised me, though, was that everybody expected it to come to Brazil. And yet that wasn't in this pack of countries that it's rolled out to.
Well, right now it's like European. I think they're going to probably do it's like a South America tour pretty soon, actually. So I think they just focused on, because they're already in Europe. And so I think they just, let's get these countries as well. And so, but I'm pretty sure, Japan and India. And just so there was someone in a chat. He says, I don't speak any English, but I'm using a Google translator to talk to you guys. And so we were all, welcome to Stadia. Welcome, nice. Welcome. And he was just like me in the very beginning, just asking questions and just getting along in the chat. So I just think that's just really, really good.
By far, one of the things that I've loved being part of the community is meeting people from other countries like yourself, Ray, and becoming really, really good friends.
Yes.
And I know it's a cliche and everybody says it. It's a bit, but it's the fact that you discover that you've got much more in common with people than differences.
Yes, and I agree.
Think that's so important.
There's times that I can't sleep at night, and I know my 2 o'clock in the morning is something like somebody's afternoon or something, or morning. So I can just jump on and watch someone stream in another country, and I think it's great.
Yeah, no, I agree. So that's super duper exciting, and you're right. I hadn't thought of that. This is just a pack of European countries. They always said there would be more, but there's got to be more lined up coming shortly, because as we've said, we expect Brazil. I know Eddie was expecting Brazil to come. There've been Twitter accounts opened all over the world for Stadia. So yeah, definitely. But just great to see it widening out to a few more countries.
Hey, Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal
so many different places, right? Next up on the old news, there was a usual community blog thing yesterday, and but masses of really good deals this week. Let's see if I can get the community blog up. Here we go. So not only did they obviously promote the fact that Cyberpunk is coming, but they also mentioned that finally Square Bob, what's he called? I always get his name wrong. Square Bob SpongeBob SquarePants. What's his name, Ray? SpongeBob SquarePants. It's too old for all this spongy stuff. So he came along and Destroy All Humans, which I've been waiting for forever.
Massive stealth drops. Those are stealth drops. I got a text from my friend saying, "Hey, did you check the store?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I checked and I was like, "What?" And then we got more. We got more stealth drops.
We did. Yes, and amazing deals. Do you can you see this, by the way? Do you want to run through it, or do you want me to run
What
down
you got?
through this? I have got the community blog post. I'm not sure if you can see it easily enough there where you are. It's not a problem if you can't, my friend. I can whip through this. So yeah, big one, old Spongy Bob, which I understand the kids quite like. SpongeBob SquarePants, Ray. It's kind of passed me by. Figment, which it says it's a music-filled journey into your imagination. Purchase on the Stadia store. So it's $11.99. So it's a throwaway. I hate to say it, but is that likely to be a pro game?
Well, the next one coming up is one that I want, and that's Valkyria Chronicles 4 Complete Edition, created by Sega. That and Destroy All Humans. Those are my two major games that I'm looking forward to, and I'll probably purchase after playing a little bit of Cyberpunk.
Brilliant. So Valkyria Chronicles, which is this, it says Valkyria Chronicles 4, but it's the complete edition. So I'm guessing it's 3, 2, and 1 as well. Is that right?
Well, you know, I let's see, the Supremacy Masterful Tactical RPG from Sega. It doesn't really say if it's a bunch of I think when they mean by a complete edition, it could be DLCs or stuff that. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, Destroy All Humans, which is obviously it's a remastered. The original came out some years ago. Yes.
Which I actually had a little play of the other day out of interest. But this looks amazing, and I know that everyone that's played it said it's absolutely insane fun. But it'll have to wait until after Cyberpunk, Ray. There's only so many pennies in the old Rokk wallet, you know. I can't just be shelling out the peas like that. So
yeah,
that's definitely going to be on the old Christmas list. That one, I think.
And then today we got more new games. Of course, everybody knows we got Cyberpunk 2077 coming, but we got the Watch Dogs. We got the original Watch Dogs. Yeah. We got Watch Dogs 2. I mean, if you don't want to get the deluxe, I mean, you can just, the two, what is it, $9.99?
It's as cheap as chips. So purchase. What's a little English phrase for you there, my friend? Cheap as chips. So we got purchase both games in the Stadia store starting today. Watch Dogs for $19.99 and Watch Dogs 2 for a special launch price of $17.49. But you know what I think about this, Ray? I tweeted about this earlier. I had a quick look back in October. And back in October, the community blog back then, where they announced a bunch of Ubisoft games coming, and they said they'd be here at holiday time. Actually, all of them, but they haven't, obviously. They've been dropping them as they go. Right. And it occurred to me that other than Far Cry 6, in the set of Ubisoft games that they mentioned, other than Far Cry 6, which we know has been put back until the spring,
right,
there's only 2 left, 2 Assassin's Creed games. And do you know what my theory is that we're probably going to get those next week as a stealth drop. And then the week after could be Ubisoft Plus.
You know what? I was saying they were probably going to slip into January, but now seeing Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2, I think you're right. I mean, the stuff that they're just doing right now, they're just dropping stealth after stealth after stealth. So I agree with you there. And then there's another game that was created by a husband and wife. They're independent gamers, and it's Unto the End. Great guy. He had a great interview. Shout out to Stadia Source. They did an interview, and it was just amazing to find out that it was a husband and wife who had a lot in common, created this game. This game is beautiful, and that's a game that I'm definitely going to pick up.
Yeah, and this is the beauty. I mean, I say this every week, but it's one of the reasons I adore Stadia is the content that, you know, I can imagine there are these guys, a department somewhere in Stadia that vets the content that goes to the store, and they're looking for those little gems, those little quality gems, you know, whether they're independents or you know, whether they're AAAs that have got sort of history to them. They're only letting really good quality stuff on, so you just know you're never going to get dross. Who were a good 80s band, by the way. When will I be famous? I'm sure they were called Dross.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there you go. Stadia coming to 8 countries. Yeah,
there it is, right there. So Stadia Pro subscribers get that special $9.99 in the US, and then Euro $19.99.
It's just amazing, isn't it?
That is
just amazing. Oh, I see what you're saying down there. Watch Dogs 2. Aha. You see, my little brain had just took 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
I wonder why that's. It all, to me, it all points to Ubisoft Plus. It really does. All roads lead to. Well, we you know what I mean. We know it's coming, don't we? I mean, there's no diddly dee. My gut feel. And I'm wrong every month whenever I predict this, but I feel like I want a surefire winner now, is that when it does come in Christmas week, holidays week, my feeling is that it's going to have some element of gift attachment, i.e. potentially you can have this over the entire Christmas period for free. Fill your boots, play with any games you like in the Ubisoft Plus catalog. And then if you like it, come January the 2nd, you can subscribe and have it. That's my guess, if I was to be a guesser. And
watch them drop it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they're not going to let
phone to them again, haven't you?
They don't, and they're not going to let us know. You know, we're just going to get, you know, some blog or something just comes up.
I know,
hey guys,
you know, I like to dream.
Yeah.
It's just the way I am, Ray. And then saving the Stadia store on THQ Games. So as it says, Destroy All Humans, SpongeBob SquarePants. These are all THQ Games, which I didn't realize. And they've got some deals going.
Here you go. Yeah. Look at all those Destiny 2 prices, all those extra add-ons.
These are the deals.
Yeah.
Big deals going down. And again, they've done an amazing job of not just giving amazing deals to us pro subs, but also to just the general Stadia account holders also get massive discounts across the board. They're not mentioned here, but I know that is the case. And some of the new ones there, which are all keenly priced, which is great to see.
Did you see the mega deals? Did you see the mega deal?
They're mega, mate. They're mega. They're so mega. They want to squeeze the tentacles.
I choked when I saw PGA Tour 2K21. I actually paid for the freaking deluxe. Okay, and now I'm looking at it and I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? And then Zombie Army 4, which is I think that's nominated for Pro Game, one of the games that are nominated for Pro Game of the Year. I mean, you're getting a deluxe edition.
Wow.
Yeah. For
what, in the video game awards thingy, Bob?
For it's nominated for, well, no, not so we got 2 awards. We got the game awards and we got the other awards.
The Cloudy Game Awards.
Exactly.
The Cloudy Awards. The Cloudy Gaming Awards or the Cloudy Awards. Sorry, Duncan, if you're in the chat.
Cloudy with Game Awards.
Yeah, very good. Tell you what, they're going to do a really professional job with that. I suspect that's going to become an annual event that everyone's going to want to be taking part in. So
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. But yeah, Borderlands 3, I would so love to have bought that for $11, but I bought it already on PS5, played it for a bit, Then I bought it on Stadia and played it for a bit, and then I stopped playing it, and I've just never been able to get into it, Ray. It's just never happened for me.
Well, you know, a lot of people paid $100 something.
Yeah, man.
Okay, $100 when this came out. This once again is great because also these games come with the features, the Stadia features too. So
sorry, I'm getting excited because these lovely folk are giving us money. Let Stadia Pro Gaming's just given us $5.
Oh,
And then Daz gave us £3. Bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Bless you. Thank you so
It really
much.
does humble me. Bless you all. Sorry, Ray. I cut you off in your prime there. I didn't mean to do that.
No. Hey, you see now dollar signs, I'm gonna cut you off too. Hey,
it's what it does it to us, doesn't it? It does it to us. That, my friend, brings us neatly to the end of the news. There's been a ton of it this week. There's been a load of games drop and loads of DLC and stuff, but we've got other things that we want to cover off here,
right?
Haven't we? So I suggest we do that. So let me hide the news and bring us back up here, and shall we move on swiftly to the next element? Should we do that? We're going to bring something back. Here it comes.
Yes.
What's up, Rokk?
Get out of here, Bunny.
Man, my heart was beating. I thought he was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here, Doc.
He always outstays his welcome. I tell you. Hey, we're bringing it back. It's What's Up, it's What's Up, Rokk. I'm just trying to find it on my little list of stuff here. So I tell you what's Rokk. I tell you what's Rokk Up. I get this every single time. I thought what we would do in our What's Up, Rokk, Ray, is we talk a little bit more about this new streaming feature.
Sure.
Take a little look at it. How does it work? Because I did notice there was a bit of confusion in the old. No, it didn't crash, Lloyd. It was designed to spend all that time there making us feel like a bunch of Egypts. He said, man, I'm going to crash the stream, Rokk. No. That's what the bunny does. He loves, I'm paying a massive amount to Warner Brothers. I'm going to give him as much airtime as he wants. I thought we'd cover it off because there's a couple of things I spotted. One was people not realizing the key thing here is it's not that you're actually streaming it from your machine or your device. It's actually a stream coming directly out of the Stadia servers to YouTube, which is why every single stream is perfect, buttery smooth, highest quality. Doesn't matter where you are. This is the great news. You can literally be on your phone playing, whatever you want to play, and with the world's worst connection, and yet everybody watching the stream will see it in its perfect, beautiful glory, which I think is amazing. So could you, let's do that, it's my bit. Tell us how it works, Ray. How do you get the streaming thing going on your
First of
thing?
all, this is groundbreaking. This is amazing because now you can be a streamer instantly by just clicking a button.
Mm-hmm.
It already knows the game that you're gonna play, so it has the game. You can go in there, you can type your title of the stream that you want to do. You can set settings if for children or not for children. The only thing, you don't have like a camera, you don't have the video camera. But I remember when I was on other systems, I didn't use a camera. I used to just do the game and just talk, and which I'm pretty sure Project Storm and Minimum 2K, they're happy because they don't use cameras anywhere. But it's you go into there you go, stream direct, open the game first. So you pick a game.
Have to open the game.
Yep.
Let's pull up Submerge. Which, by the way, I love this game. Have you played this one much, Ray?
No, I've been to Immortals and Valhalla is what I've been playing.
It's do you know, if you just want to chill out, just literally just think, I fancy 5 minutes of chill. This is the game. Submerge. You don't kill anybody, you just go around solve. It's a bit like Phoenix in terms of solving puzzles, but you don't actually end up shooting anything or what have you.
Okay.
But we'll just quickly have a look at this, just to
Okay.
show folk how we work. So we then go to here. We go stream directly.
Go stream directly.
Here you go. And then look,
Right.
it actually fills this all in for you. Rokks playing Submerged.
Right.
It's going to be public.
You got your voice and audio.
I'm not going to do this because I don't want to be streaming twice. It might throw us out or something. I just suddenly thought this is actually going to cause an issue.
What is you got the stream enhancements? So if you want to add,
yes, I hadn't spotted that before. You're right, Ray. Crowd choice isn't available for this game, which is fine. But if we were in Outcasters, Dead by Daylight, any of those games, then we could choose one of those, I guess.
Yeah.
We can decide whether we want to be a little bit industrial, as Duncan used to say. Of course, if you're streaming Cyberpunk, you definitely want to be making sure you don't select that one. You don't want to be doing that. And of course, if you just want to test it and see how it looks, just choose private or unlisted. You don't have to go public at all. So you could just give it a little test, see how your microphone's sounding.
I noticed that in the game, I think the game is running in 1080.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing also is make sure you have a good microphone, because you're going to hear the game sounds probably going to be great, but if your microphone, when you're talking to the people in the chat and on the crowd watching, I've heard different microphones, their voices are drowned out, or maybe they're using the headphone microphone and it's not better than a regular microphone.
Yeah.
So that's some of the things I've seen.
Well, that's a really good point, actually, because as you pointed out earlier, Ray, at this moment in time, I think they're going to change this. At this moment, you can't incorporate a camera, and I mean, just personally, I like to see people's faces when I'm. Let me just get rid of my prop here, mate. It's causing me no end of disturbance. I like to see people's faces when I'm streaming. I love to see tune in. I see the gaming cyborg. I want to see that beautiful face.
Right.
But at the moment you can't. But it's audio. It's better than nothing.
But you know what? This opens up the door, because pretty soon you know what's going to come. The camera, the overlays, you creating your own. Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing.
What's it? Ask me what? Nice hats. Lunchtime. Went to Ooh, you went to In-N-Out's? Lucky.
Who went to In-N-Out's?
Jack went to In-N-Out's.
Oh, I see on the yes. In-N-Out. Ask Ray. Okay. Is that an in thing, or can you share that? It's not.
That is a burger. That is a burger place where they do burgers and fries. The drive-through window goes down the street. Like there's lines and lines of cars, and the place is always packed.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Lloyd makes a great point here. This is the thing with. In the early days when I was a streaming lad, back when I was a mere whippersnapper in the streaming thing, you just don't realize what's involved, Ray, do you, in terms of your bandwidth? And everybody thinks, oh, I've got really good internet. I've got 400 megs down. And then you say, yeah, but what's your upstream?
Exactly.
5 megs. Yeah, but that's where it goes. It goes up. You're not bringing it down. You're pushing it up. Okay.
You know what Stadia is doing is they're pretty much giving you the ultimate cloud rig.
Yeah.
That you don't have to spend a lot of money on a computer. You don't have to spend a lot of money on software. Here you go. Here's our platform. Stream and have fun.
Yeah.
Some people in 1080. Some people can't do that on certain laptops and certain computers. Shout out to Meg. Thank God Meg was streaming and she was happy. She you could hear her. You couldn't see Meg, but you could hear her, and she was extremely happy because now she can stream and she doesn't have to do it in she can do it in
has she had issues with the upstream from where she streams then?
Yes, she has. And that's what cut her back from streaming. But now with this. Yeah. Now with this software, this is going to help her, especially. I mean, and it was just so happy, and the chat was filled, and Red Dead Redemption looked beautiful.
Wow, yeah, because it will. It is the whole point, isn't it? It should look as good on you. It should look even better on YouTube because you don't have all that pesky router stuff that we all struggle with going on in the middle of it. You're literally having, all they're doing is they're taking your audio stream up, which is a relatively, in terms of scale, audio's fairly small. If you think about it, otherwise you wouldn't be able to make phone calls and things because they just wouldn't get the data around. So, so your voice in terms of data is very, very small. So they can pull that up quite easily on just about any connection, and then they mix it in with the game, with your controllers and stuff, and then they push that out to YouTube. So you're getting what turns out to be, for all of us, it's amazing. And there are ways, and you can also take the game, stream it from your own applications as well and push that up, but use the whole crowd play thing and and all that kind of malarkey, crowd choice and stuff. So it's amazing. And I think there's a couple of people that were saying, oh yeah, if you because there's some people that don't want to play at this moment. It's really only designed for Chrome browsers, and a lot of people say, yeah, but I don't play on browser, I play on my CCU, which is absolutely fine. So go on, the workaround.
No, I'm gonna let you I'm gonna let you because you were getting ready to say it.
Okay,
sorry.
So no, there is a workaround, but it comes with its own problems. So yeah, you can start it on your Crown browser. You know what a Crown browser is, don't you, Ray?
Yes, I do.
Everybody knows what a Crown browser is. So you start it with your Crown, and then you can switch over to the CCU. And just as you can when you're playing any Stadia game, you can carry on playing it there. It will continue to stream the game, but the downside is, of course, you're no longer sending the audio through from the browser. So if you are happy to just play and show off your amazing, elitist, sweaty gaming skills, and it doesn't matter that nobody can hear your voice, then it's fine for that. But if you still want people to hear you, just beware that you will lose those amazing dulcet tones that people like Gaming Cyborg have. So you paid your money, you take your choice. That's the only thing. But it's an amazing feature. I'm really pleased to see it. My YouTube was full to the brim of all my lovely subscribers, because I try and follow everybody back, all streaming, and watch me now playing Red Dead, watch me now playing Grid, and and I try to jump in on a few as well. But it's just exciting to see so many people enjoying it.
It is,
which is great news. So there you go. That, my friends, is what was up with Rokk. I gotta come up with it. Listen, it just worked with the rabbit. I don't know what else to say to you.
Yeah, what's up, Matt?
What's that, right? Because I'm never really that up at all, but it's just me telling you some stuff. So there you go. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to give this away, Ray, don't worry. But next week we got a new Ray only feature, which I can't wait for. It's going to be so much fun. So watch out this time next week. Come and join us for what will probably be, and we might do one the week after. I haven't really spoken to you about that yet, Ray. Whether we do one on the Wednesday before Christmas, but we definitely do our.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we got 2 more, and then we've got Christmas Day. So I'll see. We'll have a little chat later to see what you're up to. Because I'll
do a video with me sliding out eating a carrot.
I'd pay $1. I'd pay $1 for that. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of us. Let's bring in the next thing that we're going to do. Here we go. It's coming up any second. Oh, actually, I tell you what. Let's do a really long one for this. All right, maybe not that long, because here it is, because we got a video. Here it is, right? Okay, so this is the Rokk Review, ladies and gentlemen, and our Rokk Review today. Do you want to just remind people what the Rokk Review is all about, Ray? Not the game itself, but what we do and why it's.
There's hardcore gamers, and then there's casual gamers that just want to get into the game, and don't really want to have to wait on trying to get into the game. We just want to get in, play our games. Is the game easy? Is the game, the money good and worth. And so what we do is we do a breakdown on certain topics, just for the casual gamer.
You got
just
it.
Casual gaming.
You got it, my friend. So today's game, it's a really new one, but it's one that I can't get out. I've got this massive itch for it. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ian Morgan's Phoenix Rising. I've even got a little video for you. So here we go. Look, now, as Ray alluded, and very correctly, we run through 5 factors with our games when we're reviewing them. We're reviewing them largely for casual gamers. So, people like us that got busy lifestyles and families and school to go to and all the other stuff. And they are, how quickly can you get into the game? How easy is it to pick up from where you left off? How easy is it to get to grips with as a game? Is it rewarding to play? And is it good value? So let's start with the first one, Ray. While I wait for me to do anything with the cursor on this, which I recorded only a few minutes ago, how quickly can you get into the game?
Well, I gave it a 5 because I can easily, it's amazing because I can save. When you're not fighting and you're not in a battle and you're just exploring, you can actually hit the save button, go pause it, go into your menu and just save it. And then you close it out, come back, you're going to be saved in that area. So I gave it a 5. I thought it was very easy to get into and play.
Oh, look, it's doing something now. Thank God for that. For a second, I thought, did I actually record this?
How quickly can you get into the game? Very easy. It's very quickly.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of loads and stuff. No. It's just like easy.
And actually, you know what, Ray? Compared to most Ubisoft games as well, because if you play any of the other Assassin games, for example, there's kind of 3 or 4 levels of load that you go through, and it tells you about how it's a multinational experience and different stuff. Yes. And this isn't, they've got rid of all that now.
Yes.
And you can just go straight into the loading, into the choice screen, and then into the game itself. So it's one of the fastest Ubisoft games to date that you can just get into, which was great. So I agree. So how many points did you give on that one, Ray?
I gave it a 5.
Gave it a 5. Brilliant. Yep. I gave it a 4 because it isn't instant, but by golly, it's it's fastest Ubisoft game today. So there we go. Keep score, folks. 4 from me, 5 from Ray. Next up, can you pick up from where you left off?
Yes.
Ray, you can.
Yeah. Yes, you can. You can if you die, it's not gonna put you far away. You're just gonna reappear and then try and take on the boss or wherever you died at. If you come back to play the game, you got a bunch of saves that you can save in certain areas. So if there's a place that you want to be saved at, you can just click on it and boom, just go right to it. So I gave that a 5.
Yeah, you were right to do that as well. I was amazed at how it literally drops you back where you left off. Now, like all games, you're not going to be literally firing an arrow at an enemy, closing down, coming back, and then the arrow carries on. I mean, that's not going to happen. But it gets you, but it does a pretty good job of getting you back into the action and certainly back to where you left off.
I see Stadia Dad 77. He asked me a question to tell the people about the wild boar last night. I don't want to give spoilers, but yeah, I took on a huge boar and I died and came right back to play it again. And it was really fun. It took a lot. The bosses, if you notice, they have a huge life bar, and you got to chip away at her life bar.
No, when he said, "Did you take on the big boar?" I thought he meant me. I was all set to throw my mic down and leave the room. So, how many points did you give it for question 2, right?
I gave it a 5. So I got 5 and 5.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 5. I've actually got rid of my thingy bob, so you're gonna have to keep score. I think I gave it a 4, didn't I, for that one?
I think you did.
I think I did. Yeah. So that's 8 so far. Number 3, how easy is it to get to grips with?
I gave it a 4 because I thought it was very one, she's blessed with an axe, she's blessed with arrows. I mean, she's got all the weapons, she's got a horse. I mean, not a horse, but she's got something to ride on. I mean, there's a lot of she can fly. I mean, there's so many things that she can do. And I think you start off with some of the little miniature creatures and you level up your character. There's a lot of hidden upgrades, a lot of stuff to help her with her stamina. You can shake a tree. There's a lot of trees, and if you shake the trees and you bring down the pomegranates, that's going to help her with her health. And then there's like mushrooms to help her with her stamina, and they're all around the area. So and it just helps easy, but there is the puzzles. And so the puzzles is where you're gonna know the puzzles. Some of the puzzles you have to really figure out stuff and think and use your head. Now they're not, I haven't really they haven't been that hard.
This one was tough, by the way. This one is really tough, but you've got a ways to go, I think, Ray, before you get to anything like this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I hear you. I think it's probably the easiest Ubisoft game to get into. I mean, it is very straightforward. You know, there's not, and it does sort of guide you by the hand through the entire game. I would say that this is a great one to play as a family game. So if you've got kids, and you can play with them. I would, this is a great one to sit there and play with your kids because it's great fun. It's got great humor to it. The sort of the whole thing is almost like a cartoon in many respects. It's like an animated film. So yeah, I think it's good. But you're right. Some of the puzzles, particularly as you get more into the game, get a little complicated. But it's more to do with the mechanics. Like you're watching this here. You know, you've got these blocks, which if you fire an arrow at them, they either float or they sink. So you have to kind of think, okay, how do I maneuver these blocks together to then go on to the next level? And it's that kind of stuff. It's more mechanics than anything. You don't need to have a Mensa degree or a first from Oxford or anything like that. You'll be fine with it. Number 4. Is it rewarding to play? Do you feel like as you're moving through the game, you're progressing, you're picking up stuff that's great for your character and so on?
I gave it a 5. On the last one, I don't think we gave scores. I gave it a 4.
Yeah, sorry, and I don't know what I gave mine. What did I give mine?
Well, I know what your total is.
That's cool. Well, we'll save my. I think I gave it a 5 because I thought it was really easy to pick up. That was the key thing. Rewarding to play, Ray. I mean, look at her with all the stuff she's getting here.
It is extremely rewarding because when she, her duty is to go and find all these gods, and these gods gift her with armor, with weapons and swords and arrows. Plus, you can upgrade the weapons and you can build up your character. You can learn certain skills. I think the game is very, very, very rewarding. Plus, hearing Zeus, I laugh. Zeus cracks me up through the whole game. Him and the other guy, when they're doing the narrative and they're talking, they just crack me up. So I gave it a 5. I gave it a 5.
Yeah, no, I agree. I gave it a 5 as well. It is hugely rewarding. I mean, it is that kind of a game where, just about anywhere you go, you might have to kill a couple of enemies or you might have to solve a small puzzle, but there's always a chest at the end of it. And it's always a random drop. Sometimes it's a nice piece of armor. Sometimes it's a weapon. Sometimes it's just resources that you need to craft something. So yeah, hugely rewarding game. I gave it a 5 as well. Yeah. And then finally, is it good value, Ray? Do you feel like it was worth the money?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, people.
I know where you're going.
I got to keep it real. Like my boy Chase says, I got to keep it real. I'm not playing on Stadia because I'm waiting for Ubisoft Connect.
Yeah, me too.
So I've been playing on Luna and I've been playing on PC. So for the $14.99 that I'm paying, plus I think that's and even honestly $60 is a hell of a deal too, because this game is really good. I think I put those games like up there like Zelda. It's a wonderful game. It's beautifully the drawings of the characters, the graphics of the game, the sound of the game, the music of the game. I love when I jump off a cliff and I can fly through the air and just float and fly around. This game is beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna say, I gave it a 5. I gave it a yes.
Yeah, you're right. I'm the same. I'm playing through my Ubisoft Plus account. In this case, I was actually playing on GeForce, but I cannot wait to play this on Stadia. I'm desperate for Ubisoft Plus to come to Stadia, but it is a proper, fully justified AAA title. I mean, there is a massive amount of work in this game, purely as a piece of art. And a lot of guys are saying it reminds them of Breath of the Wild. Yeah, 100%. It's
totally
literally
agree.
Breath of the Wild meets Assassin's Creed Odyssey is exactly what this game is.
You're spot on. You are spot on. Spot on.
And if either of those tickled your trout or slapped your salmon, then this is a definite game for you. There's no fishy business here. Get yourselves out and buy a copy. One of my favorite games of the year, Ray. I'm not so sure about your good stuff.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, because I was sitting and I was thinking, because I know how you feel about Valhalla, because Valhalla right now was my number one, but Immortal Phoenix has just surpassed it.
Yeah,
it's just a beautiful game, and plus, like Rokk says, you can play it with your family. This is a game that I would love my son to play, because it's a thinking game. It took me an hour to figure out that I had to shoot an arrow to hit a target. And so, but the target was far, far away. And I didn't know that I had to use a special arrow. I'm shooting regular arrows, but I had to shoot an arrow that you control.
Yes.
And you can go wherever that arrow goes. And so that's how I learned how to use it and hit the target.
And the more you progress in the game, the more that mechanic becomes really important as well, Ray. And you can add to that mechanic, to those arrows. So you can add, get a perk that makes enemies explode and all sorts of stuff. Exactly. It's just, I love this game. I got up early this morning, 6 a.m. just to get down and play this game and solve a few more puzzles and while away some hours. So yeah, 100%. I think I gave it a 4. Because, and I may have given it a 5, I forget now.
No, I'm gonna tell you what your score was.
Go on. What was my whole score?
Your whole score was a 22, and I was a 24.
There you go. So not many games in the Rokk Review make it to the plus 20s. So that is a gold standard. There you are. This is an absolute. You must either wait till Ubisoft Plus comes out and
I agree.
Get it on your list, which is what Ray and I have done, or get out there if you're not planning on doing that and buying it, because it is. And what a fantastic game to play over Christmas with your family as well, Ray.
I totally agree with you, Rokk.
There you go. We're in total agreement. We are as one in our harmonious harmony. So that was Rokk Review, and that neatly brings us to the end of the show. Was there anything before I say goodbye, and we'll do the usual where can we find yous and stuff, right? Was there anything that you wanted to cover off? Anything you've seen in the chat, or any thoughts that you've had?
No, I just, guys, what do you got? We got getting down to Cyberpunk. Enjoy, have fun. I'm gonna be a street kid.
Yes.
I actually finished the Cyberpunk book. I read the book.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't get the physical copy. I have the digital copy, and I read, and man, I can't wait. I can't wait. And people, this is this is an RPG. Okay. So I think a lot of people are thinking like, this is a Grand Theft Auto. I'm going to go around and I'm gonna do all this boom, 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 boom. It is an RPG game, but it's going to be an RPG game like no other.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that it's rated R for PG, does it? That's not what it means.
It ain't PG.
You're going to send your kids down on this one. You're telling them to act like adults.
Yeah, please play this later, or not around your kids, or turn off the nudity. Also, parents who have kids that have epilepsy, my son has epilepsy, they have a setting that you can turn off the flashing lights and stuff. Yeah. So
Good shout, Ray, because that
not a
is
problem.
an issue. That is a massive issue in games, and something actually just struck me there. I was thinking about going back to the live streaming thing. It's worth thinking about if you don't want your videos taken down. Some games, whether you like it or not, have commercially available music in them.
Yes.
So and they will get taken down. So best thing to do is when you start a game, just pop into the settings, and sometimes they have an option. I think Cyberpunk has an option to turn off any of the sort of non-game specific music. So that's a good idea if you're going to stream, because otherwise the last thing you want is to find you. I've been there with Clive. And you've been there, Ray.
I did. I was. It was Stadia Super Saturday. I was driving. I was driving a car, and there was a song. I think his name was Junior Walker, and it was called "Shotgun." Dun, 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 dun. They got me for that, and I didn't even play the whole song because I was too busy crashing into people. But but they dinged me, and they said, "You know what? No," and I was like, "Come on!"
Wow.
They're really, really getting really bad. They're getting on. I mean, just a small clip of some music, they're gonna get you.
Man, I mean, Clive and I, we were doing Generation X a couple of months back, and twice we ran, when we do a thing where we kind of battle each other. So we both choose a game, and then we put it out to the audience to decide who gave the best pitch and, which is the best game. It's great fun, by the way, folks, if you haven't picked up on Generation X. And I did, what did I do? Was that Nintendo thing where you I did Pokemon Go, and I literally just showed the trailer that Nintendo released for it when it came out, and they pulled the entire video live, boom, like that. It was gone. And they let it go back eventually, but it was like, and then we didn't realize it was that pulled it. And I think Clive showed it again a couple of weeks later, and we went down again. So it's easily done.
Dr. Spaceman asked me, did the video get taken down? It actually did, but I had to make a deal. The music, I had to block it out. And then so they have to go back in there. And so you see me driving, and the music, you don't hear any music, and it's silence. Yeah. And then, so that's the only way I was able to do that.
Yeah. It's better to be safe than sorry. There's no 3 strikes and out on this stuff, because they have agreements with the big publishers, the big music licensing people, and they have algorithms running. And when just like you can, when you pop up your phone and you can forget the name of the application, and you can Shazam, and it'll listen for the music and instantly tell you what it is. Well, they've got that stuff running 24/7 on their servers, so they will hear, and boom, you're out of here.
Last week I had an Instagram video, and I think I did the video maybe about 5 years ago. They sent me, "Sir, this game is banned in your country, this country, this country, this country, this country, this country. So we are, muting it." So
I get every single week, guaranteed, one of my shows, I think Cloudburst, gets a copyright notice against it every single week. And I've actually licensed the music that I use on Cloudburst, but every week they say, this is licensed music, and I've got to go in to the back of YouTube. I've got to drag in my license, paste it in, sign off a whole bunch of bits and pieces, send it off to them. And then the next day they go, yeah, that was fine.
It's Rokk. It's not the music. I think it's the lightning bolt.
Yeah, I tell you what it is.
That lightning bolt doesn't belong to you.
It's the incredible conversation. That's what it is. The YouTube are just jealous. They're just jealous. Right, my friend. It is time for us. It is the top of the hour.
Cyberpunk.
We got to go and get our stockings out and our cyber oranges, and get as you do, our cyber lump of coal in our stocking. Where, my friend, can people find your amazing streams?
Thank you, Rokk. I am Ray3473. I am the gaming cyborg. Catch me on Twitter, Ray3473. I'm on Twitch, Ray3473. Ray3473 gaming social media on Facebook. And I think that's about it. But just, just hit me up on Twitter. I'm always posting up when I'm going to be streaming. I'm streaming tonight on Facebook. And please help me out. Please follow me. I'm trying to get Facebook affiliated, and I'm halfway there. I got 52. I need to get another.
On, guys. Get over to Facebook and help this fella out. What's wrong with you? We are actually live streaming on Facebook and Twitch tonight, Ray. By the way, we're doing three channels tonight. So there you go.
Well, wow.
Today, or this afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
Nice.
But absolutely, please, guys, pop out and show this man some love. He absolutely deserves it. For your sins, I can be found here on this very channel every week. This coming Friday, of course, it's Rockstars at Night, now with Daz and Clive. And finally, we've managed to get Daz's tech gremlins fixed. So we'll be back with our green screens and our great streaming and everything this Friday. Saturday, my favorite highlight of the week, Cloudburst, with Avery and Lloyd, who's in the chat. Love you, man. And Clive and Chase and Eddie. And hopefully I didn't leave anybody out. And of course, me. So please come and show those guys some love as well, because they are amazing. That's Saturday. My favorite shows. Thank you, my friend. I'm very, very proud of it. I have to be honest with you. And of course, next Wednesday, Rock and Ray will be back, aka Stadia Rocks Live, with a new dedicated Ray feature, which I'm excited about. We're gonna have some fun.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, what's up, Ray? It doesn't work, mate. I've told you. Can't have it. Okay. Thank you, chat, for all of your thank you for the amazing donations that you've been incredibly generous as always. B, thank you for coming and showing your love, and that means so much to Ray and I. It's been an absolute pleasure. One of my highlights of the week, as ever, spending some time with this amazing, gorgeous man. Have a fantastic week, Ray. You know I'm talking about you there, big fella. Squeal, Peggy, squeal. And we will be back same time next week. Until then, say goodbye, Ray.
Goodbye, Ray.
Bye, Ray. And I shall say rock out. And I'm just going to find our little thing, and we're going to play out with this. Take care, folks. See you next week.
Guys. Be safe out there.